Hey you guys, I am back with another video. I know it's been a while since my last video. Um, it's been a lot going on, you guys. I've had so much going on with school, and with me being almost done, I actually have a few more weeks left. I'm so excited about that. But it has been very demanding, and when I make these videos, and it just it takes a lot of time to edit, so I just haven't had the extra time to get these videos out as quick as I would like. But the other part is really it's been kind of quiet. And what I mean by that is, I just haven't been receiving a lot of dreams that I feel is significant to share. I do dream still, but it's not to the degree of where I feel, I really need to share this dream. But I did have a dream on July the 9th, and as I stated earlier, the only reason why I've waited so long to share that particular dream is because, I've been having a lot going on with school. But I do want to go ahead and share it now with you. So basically, on July the 9th this year, I don't want to just say it was a dream. I believe it was more a vision because it was very brief, and it was like it was like a flash, like it was very quick. But basically, I had been dreaming all night. It was just pretty random dreams. And I guess I was kind of in that state of kind of, being half sleep, half awake. But I remember I saw this image of this building. It was a huge building. And I remember seeing these pillars as part of the structure of this building. And I instantly saw the pillars begin to fall. And when I saw this, I instantly heard the capital is next. And when I heard that, I began to speak in my prayer language. And it was as if the words that were coming out of my mouth as I was speaking in tongues, it was so authoritative. Like, it was so much authority in the tone of my voice. And I believe that it was because my spirit bore witness to what I had saw. Like, the image that I saw, my spirit instantly connected with the meaning and the significance of what I was seeing and why I was being shown it. And when that happened, it was almost as if I just immediately drifted into another dream. And eventually I woke up. It was about 8:57 that morning. I just went ahead and woke up. And I got to meditating on this particular vision that I had just been shown. And and I'm praying, I'm talking to God about it, I'm trying to get some understanding on it. And God told me to grab my phone. And on my phone, I have a Bible app. And so when he told me to grab my phone, he led me to pull up my Bible app. And I was led to Luke chapter 21, verse 5 through 6. And I'm going to read that to you right now in the King James Version. And it says, verse 5, and as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said, as for these things which ye behold, the days will come in the which there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And what is interesting when I read these two verses, when you um, finish reading from verse 6 and go immediately into verse 7, this is when the disciples asked Jesus what will be the signs of his return. And then it goes into um, how there will be wars and uh, rumors of wars, and nation rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and it goes into all of that. So I thought it was very fascinating that I would be led to these two particular verses that um, preludes the actual beginning sorrows that are talked about. So, as I read that, and I'm still meditating on this, I'm really like just being led by the Spirit and following after, what He's showing me. I I instantly remember a dream that I had a while back, and I believe I shared it with you guys. And in the dream, I was shown these vibrant images that were in the heavens, but I couldn't make out what was being shown. But the only thing that I could make out was I knew that one of the images that I saw in the heavens was the Capitol. And I'm telling you, you guys, when that dream flashed to me in that moment as I'm meditating on this particular vision that I just had, I was like, oh my gosh, like, God, what are you saying? Like, what are the odds of me having this dream a while back? And I'm going to share this, I'm going to upload that to this video so you can know what I'm saying. And then here it is. I have this vision of me hearing that the Capitol is next after I just witnessed seeing pillars falling from a building. Like, I was blown away. And the one picture that I could make sense of, that instantly I knew in my spirit it was I saw this image and I was like, this looks like the Capitol. Now, I don't know why, out of all these images that I saw in the sky, why the Capitol was what pointed out to me, why I was able to point that out. Now, when you think of the Capitol, its structure, you have the rounded tip, and then you have the square, um, the square structure underneath that rounded tip. There is also a capital that kind of looks similar to that in Israel. That is their capital. So when you think of the capital in D.C., there's also a capital in Israel that has somewhat of a similar type um, structure, um, which I'm going to put a picture of that. I'm going to add a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. Very beautiful. But when I saw that this was the capital, I don't know if the capital that I was seeing was the capital in DC or the capital in Israel. But what was interesting is I do know that the setting of this dream was in Israel. Okay? Now, After a while of me focusing in on this picture, now also keep in mind, I know when God is giving me a vision inside of a dream because, you know, it's almost as if I have no control over my eyes. And what I mean is when I'm in a dream, it's almost as if something is causing my eyes to focus on certain things. Like I'm not controlling my eyes to look to the left or to the right. It's doing it for me because it's certain things that it's wanting me to it's wanting to make sure I see it. And there are times when I can look at something and it's almost like my eyes become binoculars. It'll zoom in really close in on something that it really wants me to see. And so this is what was going on throughout the whole dream. Um, and then I heard that what I had saw was a foreshadow to more judgment that is coming to America. And then he told me to look up the word pillar. So I look up the word pillar and it says that it is a tall vertical structure of stone, wood, or metal that is used as a support for a building or as an ornament or monument. So what I have pulled from this particular definition was that a pillar is a support for a building. Okay, let's just focus on that part. A pillar is a support for a building. And here it is in this vision, I see a building that are made up of pillars, and I see the pillars falling down, which is supporting the building. And so as I'm still kind of going with the flow, I'm still seeking, I'm still trying to figure this out. I hear the Bible verse about how pride comes before destruction. So I go to that particular verse. And this is in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. And it says, pride goes before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but back in 2004, I believe it was in January of 2004, there was a ship called the Pride of America that actually sunk. Like, it sunk. And so God brought that back to my remembrance. Now, everything that God does, it's very significant and it's very strategic. And here it is, America, of all the names that they could have named a ship, they called it the Pride of America. And when that ship sunk, I do believe that's when a lot of stuff really began to manifest. And I also was led to Job chapter 9, verse 6. And it says, who shakes the earth out of its place, and its pillars tremble. And so when I really just started looking at this, I was like, wow, this vision that was being shown to me is really showing something very significant as far as what is taking place in America. Now, we've seen a lot of things, manifesting. It's so much, and it just seems like it's speeding up rapidly with all of the things that we're seeing. I mean, with the earthquakes, with the tsunami that hit China, um, with all of the wars and rumors of wars, with nation rising against nation, with all of these sinkholes that are forming around the world, with gay marriage being legalized in so many of our other states in the United States and in other countries around the world. um with just, oh my gosh, it's so much, like, all of these new diseases that are coming out, all of these plagues that we're seeing manifest around the world. There's still massive fish deaths and different birds and animals that are dropping dead. I mean, it's so much going on in the earth. Um, and that's not even covering half of everything. Like, you see as well as I see, just it's the world that we're living in, and we're seeing it even more so in America. You know, um, the people are calling good evil and evil good. And we're seeing this in so many things, in our laws, in the justice system, in just how people just feel that um, they're right in certain aspects, when clearly there's just no morals, there's just no um, I don't know, it's just people are just fixated on doing their own thing, and doing what they want to do. Just so much rebellion, and um, just it's just a lot. I can go on and on about this, but I was very curious. I was like, okay, God, why would I hear the capital is next? Why the capital? And you know, I can't um I can't just say 100% that I figured this out, that I figured this out completely, because I'm still, trying to get a handle of the significance of what the capital represents. And, you know, evidently it's something that God is trying to say. You know what I mean? So, what I did find is that the United States Capitol is among the most symbolically important buildings in the nation. Um, it has housed the meeting chambers of the House of Representatives and the Senate for 2 centuries. Um, it stands as a monument to the American people and their government. So the Capitol is a very significant uh, um, structure, um, physically as well as symbolically, to what America represents. And here it is, we're seeing how America, who once um, stood by God, proudly um, acknowledged God, has completely abandoned God and rejected God, and, has completely just, you know, done things in a way that are so detestable. Um, it's just amazing to see how America has turned its back. And, when you look at it from that angle, it's almost as saying that the pillars that was supporting America, that was responsible in a sense for keeping America, um, I guess you can say, um, when you look at America, God was the foundation. God was the pillar that was keeping America protected, and keeping it free, and keeping it prosperous, and just the land of the free, and just a nation that was just a place that everybody wanted to live. Um, that foundation is starting to crumble. And so when I see how the pillars were falling, I feel that that is a representation of God removing his hands, removing himself from the equation. Now, I do know that God still has grace, and still, um, will protect those that still love him, no matter what. But when you look at the nation as a whole, um, I believe that the pillars represent God removing himself. Um, because, I mean, the people have spoken. So, I don't know, maybe you can give me your input on, how you may view this, but I really do believe that this vision that was shown is very, very strategic in so many ways. But I just felt it was necessary to share this because there's just so much going on in our nation. There's so much, and we really have to stay prayed up. We really have to pay attention to what's going on, because there are a lot of changes taking place. I mean, a lot of changes, and we have to be mindful of that. And so I just pray that you guys are doing well. It's um, it feels good to be able to talk to you guys. I did miss talking to you guys. I hope you all are doing well. I hope everything is um, working out the way that you're hoping it would. Whatever you're believing God for, I pray that God will bless you all, and that He will help you in any way that you are needing help, or that whatever needs that you have, that He will supply those needs for you. And I just want to encourage you guys to continue to stay in faith, stay strong, don't give up. Please do not give up. Keep pressing through, keep pushing forward. Um, God loves you. He's there for you. All you have to do is call upon Him, and He is there. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I didn't mean for it to be long, but I do want you guys to know that I love you. And if you need prayer for anything, you can just comment below, or shoot me a message, and I would love to pray for you guys, because we're in this together, you know. So if you have any comments that you feel will help regarding this particular vision that I shared with you guys, please feel free to comment below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to Kingdom Living 771. I would love to have you as part of this channel, and I hope that you all will have a blessed week. God bless you all. I love you. Repent daily. If you don't know Jesus, I urge you to please try him. You've tried everything else. Try him now. Just ask him into your heart. Let him know that you've made mistakes, and you want another chance. You want a chance to do right. You want a chance to be a better you. And if you're honest, if you're sincere, I promise you, he will change your life around if you let him. Because he's waiting. He's just waiting for you to let him in. So just ask him into your heart. Let him know that you can't do this alone, that you need him. And he'll be right there. God bless you all. I love you. Love you, love you.